Peter and Heather, two dedicated staff members of the group home, found Nathan lying in bed completely soaked. Heather, with a gentle demeanor, crouched down and whispered softly into Nathan's ear. "It's okay, honey. It's okay. We're here to help you get cleaned up." Despite her kindness, Nathan felt a wave of embarrassment wash over him, and her tone, though well-intentioned, made him feel infantilized. Peter, noticing Nathan's discomfort, tried to lighten the mood. "I think it's best if you take a shower, bro. Don't worry, we'll keep this between us. We won't tell anyone." Heather nodded in agreement, adding reassuringly, "Don't worry, honey. We will talk more about this in the morning." Reluctantly, Nathan walked down the hallway in his wet pajamas. Curious heads peeked from rooms along the corridor. Gary, Tim, and Jesse watched, concerned about the commotion. Peter sternly told them, "Put your heads back in and go back to bed now." Nathan deposited his wet clothes in the hamper next to the garbage pail, catching a glimpse of one of Keith's used diapers. A chilling thought crossed his mind. "I hope I'm not next." After a soothing shower, Nathan returned to his room feeling somewhat refreshed but still troubled. Peter entered with 2 cups in hand. "Hey, bro," he greeted, trying to keep the atmosphere light. "I got something that might help you sleep." He handed Nathan a small blue pill and a half-filled cup of water. "I didn't want to fill it up all the way, all things considered," he explained. Grateful yet uneasy, Nathan swallowed the pill, the minimal water barely enough to wash it down, and soon fell back into a restless sleep, the embarrassment of the night weighing heavily on him. The next morning around 10 o'clock, Esther, the head of the staff, opened Nathan's door gently and woke him. "We need to talk with you. Can you please come downstairs?" Her tone was serious yet caring. Nathan, feeling sluggish and embarrassed, dressed in shorts and a shirt, dreading the impending discussion and how she might explain his situation to other residents. As he walked past Malcolm, who offered a quiet, "What's up, Nathan?" Nathan barely whispered a reply, his mind preoccupied with the previous night's events. He then proceeded to Esther's office. She closed the door behind them for privacy, her expression solemn. "So, it looks like you had a little bit of an accident last night," Esther began delicately, trying not to exacerbate Nathan's embarrassment. "I want you to know that I'm not mad or upset with you. These things happen, and we've already made an appointment for you to see the doctor." Nathan nodded, his eyes downcast. Esther continued, "Unfortunately, here at the Gates Community Residence, we have a policy. This was your second incident, and our rule is if someone wets their bed 3 times, we typically recommend they wear a special type of underwear." Before Esther could finish, Nathan blurted out, "I'm not wearing diapers outside of this house." He stood up abruptly and walked out to the backyard, sitting alone at the picnic table. "Oh God," he muttered to himself. "What have I gotten myself into? Why is this happening to me?" A few moments later, Pete joined him, sitting quietly at the opposite end of the table. "I want to tell you a little story about when I was a kid," Pete began, his voice calm and empathetic. "My parents used to fight a lot, all that type of stress. It caused me to wet the bed, but that was back then. Nowadays, we have lots of stuff that can help." Nathan listened, the shame gradually subsiding as Pete shared his own experiences. "But there's no way I'm wearing diapers," Nathan muttered softly. Pete chuckled softly. "They're not diapers, Nathan, they're pull-ups. They're like underwear, but just a bit more absorbent. Let's go inside, and I'll show you." Reluctantly, Nathan followed Pete back inside. In the office, Esther waited with a kind smile. "Nathan, you're not Keith. He needs a different level of care. Let me show you what we have for you." She pulled out a garment from a drawer and handed it to Nathan. "This is called Independence Nighttime Underwear." Nathan inspected it. It felt like regular underwear, but with a little padding inside. It isn't going to be so bad, Nathan thought, feeling a mixture of relief and acceptance. Esther reassured him. "I'm sorry this has been tough, but you're handling it well." That night, Nathan tried on,